Today, we're going to take a look at 3 things you should customize in your Sydney client portal before you invite your first client. So let's hop in. So we are in a Sydney client dashboard right now, and the first thing you should customize is your branding and your logo. So let's go ahead and click this paintbrush right here and open this up. We've got all sorts of templates, but before we check that out, it's important that you upload your logo so that way we can play with the colors and find what works well. So I'm going to go ahead and drag and drop into here a logo. You can always click it and then a picker comes up as well, but I drag and dropped. And then I'm going to go ahead and find some different colors for us. I'm going to go to plum. Ooh, I like that. And if you don't want to use a template, you can come down here and pick the exact colors for how everything looks and adjust it to however you need it to look. All the progress bars, buttons across the whole portal will reflect based on these colors. So it's really important that you get them right. I'm going to hit publish changes. It's going to close and we should be good to go. All right, updated colors. Great. So the next thing I think you should customize before inviting anyone in is the widgets on the dashboard. So you can see right here, we've got the first widget, progress overview. This will actually show progress bars based on any tasks that you're working on in our Asana-like task editor over here. But if you keep scrolling down, we've got the service showcase, we've got open tasks, we've got the memo pad, we've got start images, we've got all sorts of stuff. And if you look on the right-hand side, you hover over and it will hide these widgets from your clients based on what's there. So if there's no start images, it's not going to show up at all for your clients. But maybe you just don't want that at all. So you can come over here and hover over, and it says this account uses the default widget order. Go to widget settings to change it or disable the widgets. So I'm going to go ahead and click. It's going to bring me to the backend settings where we can actually change the default order of all these widgets or just hide them if you don't want them showing up at all. So I'm actually going to go and change the progress overview down 1. So that way the service showcase, the active services with the details, shows up first for everyone. And then I'm actually going to disable the start images because when I start files, that's just what I want to show up there. I'm going to go ahead and hit save changes. And I can actually scroll down and get back to the account by clicking it right here. There we go. Active services up top, progress overview, fantastic. You can override this per account. So if you just click and drag and move it up, then for this particular account, that widget order stays. And then on the previous screen, you can always reset that order. So really cool. But I think it's important that you set the default settings before you invite someone into your client portal. And the last one I want to bring attention to is your service showcase. So when you signed up for Sydney, we asked you a couple services that you offer, and then we use some AI magic to set it up. But it's really important that you take a look and make sure that it's exactly what you want and everything is set up correctly before you bring someone in. So someone isn't confused that maybe they are paying for your Facebook social media management, but it's not active. It might be confusing. So let's hop over to Services Showcase and scroll down. And I've already played with this a little bit, but it's important that you check any services that this particular client is paying you for. And then you can come over to Manage Details. And if you've already set up some details, that's great, but you can go into Manage Detail fields right here. And you can add some. So we've got post per week, dedicated rep. And I actually want to put in monthly billing date. And I'm going to put that at the bottom. And now if you do not fill out any data here, then it's just hidden from your clients basically. But if you do put in some data, then it shows up for all the people who this is active for. So I'm going to put first of each month. Fantastic. Great. And then I'm going to turn on Instagram social media management as well. I'm going to hop back here and we notice that this is all up to date. Fantastic. So these were just 3 customizations, but Sydney works so much better when you add your tasks to track progress, add files, build requests, task templates, and more. But I just thought these were 3 really important things to get right? Get your branding right, make sure your widget orders so when your client logs in, they're seeing the right thing. These are just important things before they even come in for the first time. I think you should really get in order. Thanks so much for watching the video. We really appreciate it. Check out City Client Portal's free 14-day trial if you want to give it a spin, see if it's right for your business. And yeah, come through support. You'll probably end up talking to me if you have any questions. Thanks so much for watching. Appreciate ya.